Shalom, Apostle Paul, coming back at you once again with this truth, giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem and Hoshai Hashem Kakudash. And I was just watching, it's still in progress, the live stream. I'm not going to make this short, and then I'll come back and do something else. Anyway, this is a video that's currently being played live on GMS Info Docs channel 12, entitled Ha Kadash, which means Kadash meaning new. You know, Kadash also means a new moon. And he even went into it. Okay, this is almost 18, 19 minutes in. He even brought up the scripture where it says month, and the word month is the word Kadash. The word moon is also, a new moon is Kadash. Anyway, my title is, how did the sons of Israel keep the Sabbath in the wilderness? What did they go by? Oh, well, they were going by, they kept the days of Egypt. Okay, so when I looked up Egypt, I put in days of the week in ancient Egypt. Well, check this out. It said each of the 12 months contained 3 weeks. Each of the 12 months contained 3 weeks. And at the end of each year, their calendar went off. It was somewhat accurate, but it went off. So your seasons went off, so they had to readjust. Just like in the Roman Empire. When Julius Caesar set up the calendar, which the word calendar means call-ins. When you pay your rent, when do you get your rent, your bill? When they send you the bill, in Spanish, it's called, a bill is called a dispute. So they send you the bill, and they can't sue you unless there's a dispute. The dispute is you owe me money. And then you might say, well, I never got a dispute, and then I got a bill. That's why they have to give you it in paper. They know you got to pay the first of the month. You're supposed to pay your rent or whatever the case may be. Same thing with credit cards. They send you a dispute, which is a bill. So you answer the bill. If you don't answer the bill, you go to court. You say you never got the bill. The man said, well, I delivered it to you, or I slipped it under your door. That's what they mostly do. If you're living in an apartment, they slip it under your door. They may mail you a copy, but they'll slip it under the door so you can say, oh, well, it wasn't in my mailbox. Somebody broke in my mailbox. So the calendar was set up for debts, for taxes. There was a certain day that and it applies today. The elder Yashwamba did a video on Rome, comparing Rome to America. He was going into the abortion of the baby and putting baby in boxes, you know, that which I was getting into. He put it up last night, but I guess he put it up again. So I was listening to it, and he was comparing that practice to the practice of abortion today. This more proof that this is Rome all over again. So it says here, it says each of the 12 months contain 3 weeks. So how many days in a week? 10 days. It said the work week was 9 days long, followed by 1 day of rest. Let me read that again. Each of the 12 months, which should add up to 360, which they went off. That's why today you have a 365-year calendar. It says contains 3 weeks. So you had a 10-day week. You had 3 10-day weeks. So did Israel keep the Sabbath? Did they say, oh, no, it's a 7-day? No, because it wasn't given to them. When did the Most High give them the Sabbath and the high holy days? He gave it to them through Moses. When you go to, Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. And every high holy day is based upon the new moon. But for some reason, the Sabbath is count 7 days 6 days are you working, 7 days Sabbath of rest. Well, who did the Lord give Israel a calendar? Well, if that was the case, he would have had to give us two calendars. Am I correct? A calendar for the Sabbath days, and then a separate calendar for the high holy days, which are based upon the new moon. See, when you really stop and think, it's ridiculous for you to make a statement like that. When they were in the wilderness, they received the high holy days. They got the understanding of when the Sabbath came in. The Sabbath, the first, matter of fact, let me go to it. And if they already knew to keep the Sabbath when they first left out of Egypt and went into the wilderness, why would the Lord break it down to them? Why didn't he just give them the high holy days? Oh, forget the Sabbath. You already know what the Sabbath is about. So let's go to this. Leviticus 23. Make this very simple. It's not complicated. Laws of religious festivals, right? It says, it's on the first verse. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the sons of Israel. Now, right here where it says Lord, the word there is Yahweh. Let's check. Why Yah Debar, and he said, right? And he spake, the bar meaning spake. Yahweh al unto Masha, which is Moses, La'amar. La'amar means saying. La'amar is to say. Waya Debar, and he spake, Yahweh, or Yahweh spake, al unto Masha, which is Moses, la to Amar, say, to say. So let's come back over here. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel. I'm going to show you that the word there, children, is supposed to be sons. Bunya mean my son. Bun meaning son. It should be bunyam, because it's pure plural. It's not talking about one Israelite. Yashur Allah. Yashur Allah. When you click on Yashur Allah Israel, H3478, the blue letter goes off. They go off once in a while. So you have to know that. They say that, matter of fact, let me go to that. And I did it the other day. It says God prevails. Doesn't say that. Doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that. He will rule as God is close, but that no cigar. All right, here it says Jezreel. What does that mean? Yazarai Allah, he's seed of God. Okay, let's come back over here. It says, speak unto the sons of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations or call-ins. That's what convocation means, to loosely translated, mean to call in. When you have the Passover, you call the people in. Deuteronomy 16:16, 3 times in a year, so thy men come not empty-handed. So that's a call in to blow ye the trumpet. Even these are my feasts. It says, third verse, 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest. So is that a feast day? Is that a convocation? You got damn right. Read the second verse again. Speak unto the sons of Yasha'Allah and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh. So these are all the feasts. Because what do you do on the Sabbath? You prepare the food before the sun went down and you ate on the Sabbath. You don't cook on the Sabbath. You prepare the food before the sun go down. The Passover, you prepare the lamb before the sun go down. When the sun goes down, the food is prepared and then you eat the food. It says 6 days shall work be done. Now let's get an understanding. So what does it mean by 6 days shall work be done? The first day you don't work, which is a new moon. That's your calendar. Like Apostle Ryan Blob had said in the live video that I just went to. He bear with me for a minute. Okay, in this video, he said that, oh, well, the Lord made the moon on the fourth day. Yeah, that fourth day represents 1,000 years. Go to 2 Peter 3. So that has nothing, you're going, you err not knowing the scriptures. The calendar was put together in the wilderness that was given to Moses to give to the sons of Israel. These are the days that you go by. Because a lot of them, I would imagine, got into the habit of chilling out on the 10th day, going back to the Egyptians. So the Lord said, nope, the month is not based upon 3 weeks, 10 days per week. It was based upon the new moon. That's why it says when you go to Genesis 1, it said these lights were made for signs, seasons, days and years. How do you know when a day goes by? With the sun. How do you know when a new month comes in? The word month meaning moon, by the moon. How do you know of certain stars? When you have solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, you have shooting stars, comets, you have the constellation of the stars in the heavens. So it says, speak unto you, the sons of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Let me look that up. In case you say, well, that doesn't mean that. Let me look up the word convocations. Loosely translated, it means callings. A call together. What did I say? It's a call in. When the word calendar means call in. So the IUIC, the people that follow, the leadership of the IUIC, they don't question what these guys say. If they question what they taught them, then there would be an argument as to when the Sabbath comes in and when the new moon comes in. The new moon doesn't come in when the moon is full. Okay. The main scripture, all you have to go to is Ecclesiastes chapter 43, which I'm not going to go to. I may go into in a little while. It says, speak unto the sons of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh. One of the feasts is the Sabbath because you ate on the Sabbath. You didn't fast on the Sabbath. You ate on the Sabbath, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. The Sabbath is a holy convocation. Even these are the feasts. 6 days shall work be done. When does the 6 day cycle begin? After the new moon. The new moon you rest, which is a Sabbath. The next day after that is your first day. You count 6 days, which is really the 7th day when you add in the new moon. It's really the 7th day. So when do you actually rest? On the 8th day. So let's look at it. Okay, it says, okay, they say this is the Sabbath, right? Right? That's the Sabbath, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One is the Sabbath. How many days is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. The first day is the actual new moon, which is a Sabbath, a day of rest. You can't buy or sell on the Sabbath on the new moons. The next day after that would be, let's say the new moon falls on this day. The first day would be this day. So it's really 8 days from the new moon. They don't understand that. So I'm gonna read this again. Second verse, speak unto the sons of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh, and ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done. But the 7th, when is the first day of the 6 days? When do they start working? The day after the new moon. But the 7th, which if we look on the calendar would be the 8th day, is the Sabbath of rest. On and holy calling, ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in all your dwellings. So is the Sabbath part of the holy convocations? Are all holy convocations based upon the new moon? And we can go down. Your first convocation is the Sabbath, which is based upon the new moon. Then they go into these are the feasts of Yahweh. See, like I said, this is a day of rest. So this is always every cycle. You have 4 cycles of the Sabbath. And then you have the feasts, which are Sabbath. And the Sabbath simply means rest. It said, these are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations. It's not the Sabbath a holy convocation, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Based upon what? The new moon. Did they have 2 calendars in the wilderness? No. They didn't have 1 calendar. The calendar that they had was the moon. When the moon looked like it disappeared out of the sky, or you saw a little sliver of the moon, you know that was the new moon. And you had men set up to watch the new moon. It says, these are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations. Sabbath is a holy convocation. The Sabbath of rest, a holy convocation. And you ate during the Sabbath. Looks like you always ate, but you prepared the food before the sun went down. and you rested and you read the Torah. That's why the Lord went into the temple and opened up the scroll to Isaiah 60 and closed it. That was on the Sabbath day. He didn't have sex that night. If you had a wife, you couldn't have sex on that night. Or going into the Sabbath, you cannot have sex because you will defile yourself. You defile yourself, you're not to go to the temple. So you got these guys out here teaching that you can have sex on the Sabbath. These guys are off, man. It says these are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations. Is the Sabbath a feast or a holy convocation, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons? In the 14th day of the first month, the word month means moon, at even is the Lord's Passover. On the 15th day, the beginning of the 15th day starts here, of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread. Unto Yahweh 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Now when High Priest Ariah set up the Sabbath, the Passover, he went off. So when the split came, I looked at the calendar because they all wanted me to do the calendar. And the reason why, they all pointed to me because they were clueless when it came to the calendar. None of those guys, Bishop Nathaniel, none of those guys knew about how to put the calendar together. They went on by what High Priest Ariah said. So I said, okay, I'll do the thing with the calendar. I'll make up the calendar. And you know what I found out? Ariah went off on certain, dealing with the Passover mainly. He went off on that because he said the Sabbath, the Passover, all the rest of that 15 days of Passover, that evening was the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And then the next after that was the Feast of Week. He got it off. So got it, he went off on that. So he set up 3 high holy days, which was off. At evening, when the sun went down, the 14th day going on the 15th day is the Passover, which began at 14th day at even, which is also called the Feast of Unleavened Bread, because you started eating unleavened bread the 14th day at evening. So there's no extra day. Okay, there's an extra, no. Y'all familiar with the Church of Berea, right? They check things out. If one of these men in GMS said, well, Tahar, I went through this and we were going off on that, I'll check it out. Especially if this man been in this thing for 14, 15 years. And he's not no new guy. New guy comes in, oh, you're going off on this, you're going off on that. And I might see that he's sincere and I'll correct him. See, nope, you got it wrong. So this is not hard, man. This is not hard at all. Let me give you one more. Let me go to Moon. I should have had it set up. Okay, I believe I found it. Okay, let's see if this is it. 1 Samuel 20, verse 5. And David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon. And I should not fail to sit with the king, which is Saul, at meat. But let me go that I may hide myself in the field unto the 3rd day at evening. The 3rd day based upon what? The 3rd day based upon the new moon. So if the new moon fell on a Monday, it would be, what is it, Tuesday, Wednesday. Because you got the new moon. Then you got the second day, the new moon. Then you got the third day, the new moon. Let me read it again. And David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon. And I should not fail to sit with the king because it was a feast. Go back to Leviticus 23. The food was prepared, cooked before the sun. They timed it to have everything prepared before the sun went down. The king had meat, but let me go that I may hide myself in the field unto the third day. Did Jonathan say, oh, that's the third day of the other calendar? That's the other calendar. No, it's the same calendar. It's the moon. Now let me click on the word moon. The Hebrew word should be chadash, which means new moon. Kadash. And that's the title that, let me come back over here. That's the title that he put up, Ha Kadash, the new moon. Kadash also meaning new. So there you have it. The new moon is Kadash. Let me just click on that. The word month means moon. The new moon, month, monthly. Your woman get a period on a what? Once a month, right? If she gets it three times out of the month, different times, you better go to a specialist. There's a problem inside of her. The first day of the what? Of the month, which is what? The moon. The lunar month. Anyway, like I said, I wasn't going to make this long. With that, I'm going to say shalom.